Hey guys, this is Caffeine Gaming, and welcome to Project Highrise. The recent DLC London Life was released on February 28th at $1.99 on Steam, so I wanted to go ahead and show you guys a little bit about this. Now, first of all, there's no new opening screen, which I'm kind of disappointed about, but I've gone ahead and played through not completely through one of the scenarios, but it's a London Life sandbox, so it just it basically doesn't have anything from the original game. It just has the London Life stuff. And the London Life stuff is primarily office buildings. So we're going to talk about that. And I think I've got pretty much everything on here. A couple things I'm missing. So let's just go ahead and walk you through what they've introduced. So the first things first, for small offices, we've got real estate, video game, and music and recording. And first of all, the ones that are released first are actually these real estate offices, and they look like this. They're nothing too fantastic. When you get to 1 prestige, I think it's music and recording that's released first, and they look like this. These guys hate sound, so make sure you put them away from anything noisy. They also don't like foot traffic, so yeah, this is too much for them, which is interesting. Lastly is video game studios, released at 2 prestige. They look like this. These guys generate quite a bit of noise actually, so you're going to want to keep these away from the music recording studios, and this is not enough. This is just spoilers. So that's the small buildings. I'm going to go ahead and give you a little bit of a review on this, like about how I actually feel about this at the end, so stick around for that if you're interested. For the medium buildings, they've released mortgage and savings, advertising, book publishers, and more video game studios. So the mortgage and savings look like this. And let me show you guys. These guys require 25 offices already built, 10 stores or restaurants, and 60 population. I don't want to close that. Up here, we've got the book publishers. This is what they look like. Pretty cute. I like their little... Or, I'm sorry, these are advertising. The book publishers are here. This is advertising. I like their little advertisements on the wall for cigarettes. Looks like cola and whiskey. It's interesting that they chose smoking as one of them, but it's pretty clear what it's for, so that's probably why they selected it. Advertising agencies require satellite connections, which we'll talk about in a minute. Book publishing services here do like these as well. I have no much else to say about these. These guys require 60 population and satellite connections as well. And then lastly, we've got, where is it? Here we go, video game studios. These guys require 4 restaurants with a bar. So that's pretty nice. These look pretty cool. Not much to say about them, really. I like their little posters. All right, so once we've got those, so now that we've got those out of the way, let's go ahead and discuss the large offices. There's 2 large offices. There are newspapers, which require satellite connections, 4 restaurants with a bar and a metro station, and TV stations, which require antenna connections, which are different. So here you've got the newspaper offices. This one's being cleaned up. These look pretty cool. Someone's been drinking on the job. And these ones are the television studios. As you can see, there's like a news station over here for WNN, whatever that is. And they look pretty nice. I don't know. I don't have any complaints about them. And lastly, we've got 2 new workplaces. These are expansive workplaces. They're 2 stories. We've got the movie sound stage, which these look pretty cool. Looks like a cooking show or something going on in both of these. And stock trading floors, which I think they look the exact same. And these also have some requirements. This one requires artworks, executive club, and then requires the 2 upgrades, plaza decoration and optimized maintenance. And then the movie studio, or movie of soundstage, I should say, requires antenna, clothing stores, jewelers, and cosmetics, requires 1 of each of those. And then the 2 upgrades, medium art, works, and plaza decoration. So that's pretty much the rundown of these guys. As you can see, I did pretty well. Like, I'm making a ton of money. I didn't have any trouble with this scenario, like just building off of these guys. And they pretty much, as you can see, they're pretty pricey buildings. So they're not like the like the $80 rents that you would get from the original buildings. So very interesting. When it comes to wallpapers and decorations, first things first, in the background, you can see we've got a London skyline. I'm not entirely sure. I've never really wanted to live in London or been interested in London. Nothing against any Londoners in the audience. It's just not ever been on my list. So I don't know if this is accurate or not, but I like the aesthetics, so that's pretty cool. We've got 2 new wallpapers. We've got this, I don't know what to call this, modern glass lobby. And then we've got this down here, which is a sleek and chic lobby with enormous windows. So that's this here. Nothing particularly fancy. Don't really care all that much. And we got 2 new lobbies as well. Let me go ahead and show this one off because I've got we'll talk about that in a minute. We've got this space age lobby. I think it looks better as the 2-story than it does the 1-story, personally. And then the 3-story, which I can't really show you, looks like this, is essentially an extension of this. It looks pretty nice. No complaints about that, not really. When it comes to artworks, let's see. We've got 2 new small artworks. We've got a small painting of a early historic skyscraper, which I'm pretty sure is actually the TARDIS. We've got a stylized sculpture reaching upward or skyward of these 2 hands. For medium artwork, we've got a medium painting of the Queen's Guard and a modernist stack of open cubes. And those aren't too bad. There's no new large artwork. Really not much else to say there. And then on top of it, we got this hanging thing. This is for lobby art. It is a classic metal and glass fixture. We've got this 2-story green wall segment. I don't really know what to do with these. I think they look ridiculous, but that's fine. And then this 3-story green wall segment. I'm not entirely sure if this I think it is. You know what? This delicate descending swirl of globe lights that adds a chic touch, I think, is also part of the London life, which I do like. I do like this a lot. I like it a lot more than this. I don't know about these 2 standy thingies. That's really all I have to say about that. I don't know if these fountains here are added. I think they might be. I think they are. I like them either way. And then we've got some plaza stuff here. We got some arches or some benches with this is with a flower box, and this is with a tree. I think a small one here. So those are pretty cool. The really the last thing that they've added outside of facilities is, where's that? Is the Royal, I'm sorry, this is the Royal Oak. They've added British pubs to their medium restaurants, and the big thing here is it serves dinner and has a bar. So there's now medium restaurant that has a bar, so you don't have to worry about that. Your people complaining and whining about that. Man, do they. It's super annoying to see them whine all the time. Let me build a third or another floor here because I want to show off one more thing that I wasn't really going to worry about, but I need the floor to do this. The facilities that they've added, so they've rearranged things a little bit, which I do like, and they added doors and facilities. And the facilities, they've added the storage bays, the broom closet and supply closet, and then they've added these connections. So we've got the antenna, which is right here. These guys give you, I think, 8 antenna connections. We've got these mini satellite dishes, which give you 8 satellite connections. And then you actually have, oh, why did that close? We've got these big satellite. These are the large ones, and they give you 15 connections. Very cool. And then the other real big new thing that I was super excited about is doors. So there's actually 3 doors here. We've got a security door, which you can't walk past. They look like this. I guess if you're trying to keep people from going a certain direction, you could use those. I could see what they've been used for, but I'm not entirely sure about it. I haven't used any of them. We've got revolving doors, which actually keep smell from going in and out. So you can actually block smells from traveling. and sound doors, which I have actually here. So this is what they all three look like. And they do have a maintenance cost. So it's not like you just put them everywhere. And here's the thing with the doors. So let me go ahead and show you. I've got some sound blocking ones here. And as you can see, it definitely blocks the sound. But the thing is, when I put them in here originally, the sound was actually still showing over here. So I'm not sure if it actually like removes the sound and then the chart just doesn't update. But it was something that I wasn't sure about. But it does seem to be pretty helpful for keeping the noise from traveling across these areas, which is great because that means you can actually build things closer without having sound travel quite as much. I really like that. Okay, so that's really everything that's been added that I could find in here. No new transit, nothing new with trash, no new building staff. I didn't see anything in the retail or restaurants. I might have missed stuff. I didn't see anything in hotel. I didn't see anything in apartments when I looked. And I didn't see any new facilities. I didn't see anything new with consultants or Buzz. I didn't see any other additional stuff in here. Maybe are these new? Maybe these are new. I don't think so. These look, no, those are not new. Yeah, see, these aren't new. No, those are all the same. Nothing new here. There's some new seasonal stuff, but it's largely from just a random patch, which is pretty cool. And nothing that I really care about. Just some new lobby stuff, which they really need to split this up into different holidays, like summer, winter, fall type stuff. But I really didn't see anything else added to this. Nothing else anywhere. And I'm not really complaining for $2. It's pretty nice. The doors alone are a very nice addition. And I think the biggest thing that they've changed, and I haven't really checked too much if they've changed this on everything, but the whole like you need 25 offices or you need 10 stores or restaurants. I'm hoping they've added that to the other stuff as well, because that was my biggest complaint about the game, where you had no idea what they were asking for. So it'd be like, build more restaurants. It'd be like, what size restaurants and like how many of them? So you build like 14 medium restaurants and you needed like one large restaurant or some nonsense like that. And it drove me crazy. So I'm glad that they're finally more reasonable, so you actually know like what's needed. So I need 4 restaurants with a bar. Okay, that makes sense. I know how to do 4 restaurants with a bar. So outside of that, I think for the $2, this is a bit skimpy compared to some of the other games, but some of the other expansions, especially like the hotel stuff for the Vegas. It's very close to on par with Tokyo Life, but I feel it's a little skimpy even compared to that, because simply Tokyo Life added all of these side, like, I don't know, balcony stuff. And I kind of feel like that, along with some of the new facilities that they added for Tokyo Life. So they added, I don't know if they're in here. Yeah, like the recycling pickup and trash pickup. I feel like there was a little bit more in general. However, I'm not going to complain, because this number, like basically 2 to 3 to 4 new room types for each of the sizes of the offices is pretty nice. New facilities, nothing fancy, but it's pretty solid stuff. So be able to build bigger and better towers, though I think for the most part a lot of the stuff could have been already found in the Steam Workshop, so I'm a little hesitant to be like, definitely drop the $2 on this. In all honesty, I think it's a solid addition, but I don't think it's anything special, and I don't think it's solid enough for me to really warrant being like, yes, go get this. I think it's more if you have a couple extra spare dollars. And it gives you 3 new scenarios: London Life Sandbox, London Landmarks, and Vauxhall Cross. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. And I don't know, I have no idea what these 2 are. I haven't played them. I was playing the London Life Sandbox because it specifically locks out all non-London Life offices, and you can build a British tower. So that's why I did that. And like I said, I didn't see anything else that was additional to this. Like I said, I don't think it's anything special. I think it's pretty nice. The pub alone is a huge addition. The doors are amazing, but the core gameplay that they wanted to add with all the offices and stuff, I think just wasn't enough. I would have liked to see a little bit more, but for $2, I'm not really going to complain all that much. I still think it's a great game. I think it's a great addition. I can't wait to build a tower with these added. I'm especially happy because, especially for these doors are so important for like hotels and stuff because of how picky the rooms are. It drives me crazy how picky the rooms are. And I'm hoping to build some more complicated structures so I don't have to space things out so much, which would be great. I don't know about the smells, and like I said, I'm not entirely sure what to do with these yet, but we'll see. I don't really care for the new artwork on this. I'm always kind of picky about my artwork. It's okay, but it's just not really my style. I do like the TARDIS though. I want one of those in my front room, actually. Maybe I get something printed for myself because I really like it. So anyway, I don't know if you guys have ever played Project Highrise. It's up on Steam. There's 4 expansions now. And hopefully you guys at least take a look. Tell me what you think. Is this a game that you would like to play? Is this kind of, you know, something you enjoy? I love management sims myself, so this is great for that. It's definitely a spiritual successor to Sim Tower. If you ever played Sim Tower, it's a really fun game. They've added some new stuff, so there's like earthquakes and stuff that occur, and I didn't get to show off any of that here because I didn't have anything like that happen, but I've had it in other games where like the entire building shakes now. So there's accidents that will happen and it causes all sorts of things to break down. So I'm very excited to see that they've added that. I don't know when they added that because it was a patch at some point in time. So I'm very excited about this. So I hope you all enjoyed this quick review of this. I would give it, I don't know, like maybe like a 6 out of 10. If you really are interested in knowing like a number score here, it's pretty good, but I think it's a little weak. Actually, maybe like a 7 out of 10 simply because $2 isn't bad. Like, I think you could probably find $2 to spend if you've already purchased this game. And I think it's great to support the developer. So really thank them for releasing this. It's pretty cool though. And I mean, they added corgis to the game, so no complaints here from me. Thank y'all for watching. If you like this sort of thing, leave me a like. If you really aren't into this sort of thing, leave me a dislike. And if you could leave me a comment on why you're not enjoying this sort of thing, that would be much appreciated. And I will hope to see you in the next DLC that is released for Project Highrise. Talk to you later.